Welcome back to the library. I've got a little something to do today that's different than usual. And as a matter of fact, for this subject, I think we need to take a little field trip. I think we need to go to my house. Would you like to go? All right, let's go. See you there. Hey everybody, welcome to my house. I wanted to go out in the back of the yard and show you something. Here's my backyard. And so I was working over in the flower beds over there, and so I came across some small creatures when I was pulling up weeds, and thought you might be interested in seeing some of them. So come on. See this big tree behind me? Last week it had a lot of flowers on it, and this week it's not quite as busy, but as we go up to it, we might be able to see some insects that are pollinating on the flowers of that magnolia tree. Let's go. Most of them, the blooms are gone, but those insects are still working. Lots of pollinators, lots of six-legged insects. See them at work. You know when they say busy as a... That's why. Productivity. You can see it really well there. There's a big fly. This magnolia tree had a lot of blossoms. A couple of little flyers there. I'm glad you could come see my backyard today and see some of the bugs that I've been finding in my garden and around my yard. Scientists classify all things into categories, including bugs. Now, not all bugs and not all the bugs we saw today are insects, but there is a special group called insects, and there are certain rules to determine whether or not a bug is an insect. What better way to find out the difference than to look in a book? Now I would like to read you a book about insects, and it's called Insects by Catherine Sill. Listen closely, and maybe at the end you'll be able to identify which of the bugs we looked at were insects and which are not. Enjoy the book. About insects. Insects have 6 legs. Can you count the 6 legs on these dogbane leaf beetles? And 3 body parts. Can you count the 3 body parts on these cow killers? They have a waterproof skeleton on the outside of their bodies. Look at the hard covering on this elephant stag beetle. Young insects hatch from eggs, like these praying mantis. The eggs are in the brown package. They go through several changes before becoming adults. Look at these monarch butterflies. One is a butterfly. Can you find the monarch caterpillar? Can you find the monarch cocoon? And it's all on butterfly milkweed. Antennae help insects smell and feel. Look at these Virginia tenuchid moths. Do you see their long, fluffy antennae? Some insects suck on animals or plants to get nourishment. Look at the black horsefly on this horse. Others bite and chew their food, like this southeastern lubber grasshopper. He is eating and chewing the leaf. Many insects fly, like these whitetails. They are sitting on a plant called cattails, so we know they must live near the water. Some insects crawl because they have no wings, like this giant walking stick. Can you see that insect? Can you see why they call it a giant walking stick? It looks just like a stick. Other insects jump, like this gladiator katydid. Or swim, like this small whirligig beetle. Insects live almost everywhere, like these silverfish. They live in these old books. Some are active during the day, like these honeybees. Others are active only at night, like this large Luna moth. Some insects may be pests, like these German cockroaches. It looks like they've gotten into the food storage. But many insects are very helpful. Look at these convergent ladybug beetles. They are eating aphids. Insects are an important part of our world. Just look at this rainbow trout going after the mayfly. If you want to know more about some of the insects we've seen, there's more to be read. You can pause the video and read these pages. learn from that? First of all, let me ask you a question. Do you think this was a fiction or nonfiction book? It was nonfiction. Everything in this book was facts, and there were more at the end. What did we learn from this book? How do we identify insects? Do you remember the first thing? Insects have 6 legs, right? Insects have 3 body parts. Insects hatch from eggs, and they go through several stages in their life. Think about that for a minute. See if you can identify which bugs we looked at, which ones were insects and which were not. It's something to think about. I hope you have fun doing this project, and I'll see you later at the library.